Hey there, do you love Mother Nature, the beautiful sky, the beautiful sunlight, the beautiful green lush grass, as much as I do? Well, if that's the case, I want to ask you a question. Would you rather take a break after a hard day of working, on your phone, messaging people, sitting inside? Or would you rather take a break with some friends, going outside, taking a walk in the park, embracing the sunlight, embracing the sound of the birds, embracing the fresh air, breathing in, being present in the moment? Well, then my question is, why, if your choice was number two, why do most of the people choose option number one of taking a break on their phone, being unpresent, not enjoying their break, not feeling happy in their break? Well, because it's the shortest way to take a break. It's the easiest way to take a break, and it gives you the most dopamine at the moment. But if you really look into it, we know that the second option of going outside, enjoying the nature, being present, makes us much happier in the long run. That's why in today's video, I want to talk to you about why I believe we shouldn't underestimate going to nature and taking some breaks in nature, but instead we should be going outside in nature, embracing this beautiful earth that we got much more, because it's such a healthy thing to do. So now you might ask yourself, who am I to talk about why going outside is a healthy thing? And why am I pushing people to go outside more? Well, back in the day, I probably used to be one of the most addicted persons on the internet. You know, back in the COVID lockdown period, when I used to have Zoom online classes, I used to spend the hours after having followed those classes online, playing video games on Discord, whatever. And it was such a depressing feeling, man. I remember that the only thing that excited me throughout the days was playing video games and was sitting behind my desk. And it got to such a bad point, in fact, that one day I was literally like, after I had finished the lectures, I just played video games straight until the early mornings, until I had lectures again. So you can understand how bad the addiction was that I had. Well, at that moment, that traumatic moment where I just literally played video games for such a long amount of time, I had that realization that I had to completely change the things that I was doing throughout the day. Well, of course, it's not only going outside, it's also about the habits, about not playing video games at all and stuff. But at that time, when there is a COVID lockdown period, when there is nothing else to do, your brain tends to choose those decisions, those things that give you the most dopamine in the moment, when in reality, it makes you much more depressed. Well, in that moment, in the COVID lockdown period, I actually came to the realization, and I actually started going outside in nature much more. I decided to meditate in nature, I decided to study in nature, I decided to embrace in nature much more. And because I did that, now it's still a part of my daily routine, and I actually see it as a positive thing that I had that traumatic feeling. Now I can look back with laughter at how silly that was, and I can realize that going outside, embracing that sunlight and stuff is such an important thing. You know why? Because I was much happier when I literally stopped playing video games and when I went outside for a little walk with my friends, talked with my parents. It was such a simple thing to do. Just step out of the house and embrace that nature. But for some reason nowadays, still after we have embraced the COVID lockdown, being inside, whatever, a lot of people still don't go outside a lot. And I think that should be changed. Well, the first reason why I believe that we should absolutely embrace the nature more is this. We are humans and we function as humans, which means that we are beings that have to be in nature a lot. Why is it so that vitamin D is a good thing for us? Why is it that there is a sun? Why is it that there is nature? It feels like nowadays we forget about those things. because everything is safe, everything is secure. We got a house, we got electricity, we got warmth, but nature has that as well. Nature allows us to tackle our immune system, to get a little bruise because of like a sticky plant or whatever. It allows us to touch, to smell, to feel. But in our house, we can't do that. In our house, our immune system doesn't build up. So I guess a number one reason you can say is that it improves our overall health, and that this is how we function as humans, to go outside and to embrace that nature. It's a part of our life and it's a healthy thing to do. Now a second reason, and this personally is a reason that really helped me a lot, is the fact that like going outside is super good for your mental health, and it's super good for your focus, and it's just really good for staying motivated, staying happy, staying purposeful throughout those days of tough work, throughout those depressing days or whatever. But let me give you an example. A couple of days ago, actually, I went back from school and I was kind of depressed. I was like, I gotta study, you know, I gotta do some homework, but I didn't really feel like doing it. But then I just decided to stop everything. I decided to take a walk outside, and then I reflected on my thoughts. I put everything in order, and then all of a sudden I went inside and I worked 1 hour super focused. When I have some days where I stay inside all day and I just cannot put out that quality work. So isn't it a miracle that just going outside, embracing that nature a little bit, can change us and can improve our mental health in such a way? Well, I think it's amazing, and I think we should take full advantage of that. And our last reason, and this might be an unpopular reason, or at least a reason that you wouldn't probably think of when you think about going outside in nature and stuff, well, social interaction. I mean, think about it. When you go outside to a park, or when you walk outside in town or whatever, you probably meet some friends you haven't seen for a while sometimes. Maybe you meet your teacher that you haven't seen for a while, and you're having some social human interaction. You're having a nice time, and you're probably going back home thinking about that and realizing that, wow, I went outside today and it was definitely worth it. So for me, at least, these three reasons are a couple of reasons why for me going outside in nature, embracing that nature, is such an amazing thing to do, and it's something that we just don't do often enough. But of course there are many other reasons, but then this video could take a while. I hope you liked this video, and as always, if you have feedback, just type it to me in the comments, because I love improving my videos. I want to see what the feedback is so I can get different perspectives and stuff. And as well, my friend Oscar and I, we decided to start doing some coaching calls, which means that we want to talk to people like you and me, talk about your goals, talk about your aspirations. If you feel like you're stuck with something, we want to try and help you and just see how it can go. Thank you for listening, and see you on the next one. Bye.